So, welcome to our Merchant Navy success story series. हेलो कार्तिक मलिक। मैं बहुत
Yes,
खुश
sir.
हूँ कि आपका सिलेक्शन हुआ और आई होप आप और आपके फैमिली मेंबर इस सिलेक्शन से बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी होंगे और आपको अपना ड्रीम अचीव हो गया। इससे ज़्यादा एक आदमी को क्या चाहिए? किसी ने सोचा कि मेरे को मर्चेंट नेवी में जाना है और मेरे को डिप्लोमा साइट जॉइन करनी है और मेरे को स्पॉन्सरशिप लेनी है और इतनी जल्दी उसको ये सारी चीजें मिल गई। तो आई थिंक उससे खुश दुनिया में कोई नहीं हो सकता। चलो बहुत बढ़िया, मेरे को बहुत खुशी हुई कि आपको स्पॉन्सरशिप भी मिल गई, अच्छी रैंक भी आई आपकी आईएमयू सीटी में। तो ये जो सेशन है आज हम रखने जा रहे हैं, ये सेशन एक्चुअली उन बच्चों के लिए है जो आने वाले टाइम में स्पॉन्सरशिप के लिए देख रहे हैं या कुछ ऐसे बच्चे हैं जो स्ट्रगलिंग कर रहे हैं और इन बिटवीन में ये सोच लेते हैं कि नहीं हमें स्पॉन्सरशिप नहीं मिलेगी और फिर छोड़ देते हैं। तो हमने ये एक सीरीज स्टार्ट की है जिसमें जो सक्सेसफुल कैंडिडेट हो गए उनकी ये एक रिकॉर्डेड सीरीज रहेगी जिसे हम बच्चों के साथ शेयर करेंगे और बच्चे इसे देखेंगे और आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे कि उनकी कमी कहाँ रह पा रही। तो एक सक्सेसफुल कैंडिडेट के मुंह से अगर सुनेंगे कि हाँ उसने कैसे कैसे सक्सेस को आगे बढ़ाया, तो मेरे को लगता है कि ये बच्चों के लिए अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा मोटिवेशन होगा। और दूसरा रीजन ये भी है इस सीरीज को मेरा स्टार्ट करने का कि एक जो बच्चों में है मर्चेंट नेवी को लेके कि इसमें बहुत मुश्किल है सिलेक्शन, लंबा टाइम लगता है, कई प्रोसेस हैं। एक तो 12th पास करो अच्छे परसेंटेज से, फिर स्पॉन्सरशिप पास करो, आईएमयू सीईटी पास करो, फिर ले दे के ऊपर मेडिकल भी पास करो। तो एक बहुत सारी स्टेजेस हो जाती हैं। तो उसमें बच्चे को लगता है कहीं न कहीं वो सोचने लग जाता है कि नहीं, नहीं अब छोड़ दो, बहुत हो गया, इसके पीछे ज़्यादा नहीं लगना है, पता नहीं मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा। दूसरा बच्चों में मिथ रहता है कि हमें बहुत पैसा इन्वेस्ट करना पड़ता है इसके पीछे, ऐसा नहीं है कि तुरंत मिल जाएगा। बहुत बार बच्चे किसी गलत चक्कर में भी आ जाते हैं, तो उस चक्कर में उनका बहुत पैसा लग जाता है। तो बच्चों में एक मिथ है कि मेरे को लाख, 2 लाख, 3 लाख रुपए खर्च करने ही पड़ेंगे तभी मेरे को कुछ मिलेगा। बट ये है कि जब कोई बच्चा बताएगा कि उसने कितना खर्च किया, तब पता लगेगा कि स्पॉन्सरशिप और ये कॉलेज तक पहुँचने में उसने टोटल ही खर्चा कितना हुआ। जिससे कि बच्चे लोग ये बहुत अच्छे से आइडेंटिफ़ाई कर पाएँगे कि ये हमारे लेवल का एग्ज़ाम है कि नहीं। तो वन्स अगेन कार्तिक मलिक वेलकम और हमें बड़ी खुशी है कि आप हमारे इस
Yes.
यूट्यूब चैनल मर्चेंट नेवी इंडिया के साथ जुड़े और जहाँ पे आप अपनी जो सक्सेस स्टोरी है इसको बताने आए। तो कार्तिक आप मेरे को अपने बारे में बताइए कुछ।
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm Kartik Malik, and I cleared my class 12 from LFPS school. Here I'm a resident of Delhi, and basically my name is Kartik Malik, and I cleared my class 12 from Little Flower School, and I'm the newly passed out. I'm from 2021 batch, and my family. Talking about my family have my mother, father, and we live our grandparents and paternal. We are a total of 10 members in our family. I have one sibling, two cousins. So right now my sibling is in second year, third semester of life sciences from DU, Deshbandhu College. My father is self-employed in wholesale medical business, and my mother is government school. She's the HOS of the school, and right now I just cleared the interview and examination for merchant navy. And talking about my hobbies and all, I like sports. I have diploma and almost I have a degree. I just have 1 year course left for the music. Then I have the degree for the music, and I am also learning a lot of different spoken courses, such as I'm learning Spanish language. That can be a better point if you have to write or add into your resume. And basically, yes, I'm
It's
just
very nice.
a
I'm quite
ordinary person.
impressed with your diploma in this music. Means like whatever you have your hobbies, you have taken on a next level. It is not like मैं क्रिकेट खेलता हूँ तो मैंने कहीं नहीं खेला, बस मित्रों में खेल के छोड़ दिया, ऐसा नहीं रखा। मैं बहुत ही खुश हूँ इस बात को लेके कि आपने उसको एक नेक्स्ट लेवल पे लेके गए। स्टिल आई थिंक ये कैंडिडेट्स के लिए काफ़ी इंस्पिरेशन रहेगा कि आप अपनी हॉबीज़ को एक अलग लेवल पे लेके जाइए। उससे क्या है कि एक वो प्रूव होती है कि यस, दिस इज़ योर हॉबी। आपने कुछ जनरेट नहीं किया। जैसे बहुत बार मैंने बच्चों को देखा है, इंटरव्यू हो गया या कहीं पे भी जाके वो जनरेट करते हैं कि मैं बुक रीडिंग करता हूँ। और उस टाइम अगर उन्हें पूछा जाता है कि अच्छा चलो बताओ स्वामी विवेकानंद की बुक कौन-सी है? तो उस टाइम वो घबरा जाते हैं। कई कहते हैं मैं डायरी लिखता हूँ और तुरंत पूछा जाए, अच्छा चलो बताओ कि जेल में ये हमारे लाल कृष्ण आडवाणी हुए या हमारे वाजपेयी जी हुए, उन्होंने क्या लिखा? कौन-सी डायरी लिखी? तो उनको नहीं पता। इंदिरा गांधी ने कौन-सी डायरी लिखी? नहीं पता। गांधी जी ने क्या लिखा? नहीं पता। तो वो एक जनरेट में क्या होता है कि कहीं न कहीं फँसना ही होता है। बट ये बहुत ही अच्छी चीज़ है कि आप अपनी हॉबीज़ को एक नेक्स्ट लेवल पे लेके गए। बहुत ही बढ़िया, बहुत ही मैं खुश हूँ इस बात को लेके। तो अब हम आते हैं जो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन होता है और सब बच्चों का ये फेवरेट क्वेश्चन होता है, इवन जो कंपनी स्पॉन्सरशिप करती है, उनके लिए भी ये फेवरेट होता है। हाउ, व्हेन एंड व्हाई विल यू डिसाइड अबाउट मर्चेंट नेवी करियर? क्योंकि बहुत सारे अदर करियर हैं, जैसे लोग आईआईटी के पीछे भाग रहे हैं कि मेरे को आईआईटी मिल जाए, आईआईटी मिल जाए, उसके पीछे भाग रहे हैं। कोई एनडीए के पीछे भाग रहा है, कोई अदर करियर चूज कर रहा है, कोई लोकल बीकॉम बीएससी करके गवर्नमेंट जॉब के पीछे भाग रहे हैं। देयर आर प्लेंटी ऑफ द करियर। उस बीच में आपने कब, कैसे और क्यों मर्चेंट नेवी को ही चुना?
So from the start, I was kind of person who needed some adventure or something out of the mainstream in my life, and I just wanted to pursue some career in such field. So that was, I guess, starting of 10th class when I came to know about this, and I came to know about this from a friend of mine. Like he's already in merchant, and he's elder than me, but still we were in talking. So he just told me that he's doing this job, and he was just like living my dream and doing stuff all I wanted, and still earning such a good money. So I thought, why not pursue that? Then I decided that I will just go and choose to pursue this career. Later, when it came to choosing the stream, my parents taught me PCMB, which is physical education, because at that time I didn't tell them about this merchant navy. I thought, let me do some research, because when the parents ask that what is the career, what will you do, then if you don't have a strong base, then they will just deny because they are parents and they will care about. So then I waited for a year, and when I came to 11th class, I got PCMB with math, with physical education, and then I decided that I'll go in merchant navy. I did all the research. I talked to various institutes. I searched on their IMU's website and all, and then I asked my parents that I want to join this merchant. Then they told me that there might be some job security and all like basic questions the parents ask while joining up pursuing a career. Then I told them everything about this and all. Then I didn't give any exam for NEET or JEE. I have filled the application form for NEET, but I didn't give any exam because I was concerned. I was just focused on this. So if a person is deciding, like the goal must be set. If you want to join merchant navy, you must be dedicated towards it. You have to study for the merchant navy because you can see there is different course for NEET. You have to cover bio. For JEE and all, you have to cover maths and physics more. And for NDA, you must have basic knowledge. But in merchant navy, you must have the basic knowledge, including the fluid mechanics. Like PCM must be focused and spoken English, written English as well, but main focus must be the spoken English as well. So yeah, I was in 10th when I decided that I have to join the career because I was just fascinated by such opportunity that I'm getting.
वेरी
And
नाइस,
when I
वेरी
saw,
नाइस।
I was
वी आर क्वाइट हैप्पी कि आपने बहुत पहले डिसाइड कर लिया था, लाइक इन द 10th itself. There many students even they don't decide their subjects itself, and there you have decided about your career. I'll wish and even thankful you have given a good priority for the merchant navy. I must suggest you कि in longer period when you do the training in your institute and they come on the ship, you should give a vibes and the advantage to your school, they're your alumni. You can give them your inputs always, and if possible, you can go in your school and sometime give a talk also about the merchant navy with I think ninth and 10th class students, because 11th and 12th is no need to give them these suggestions because they have already decided. And in middle, if we change their career path, it will be not a right decision. So generally, it's a good time, ninth and 12th, sorry, ninth and 10th. In that time, that candidate can decide what kind of career and where you want to go. So, like, it will be good for you also and for the merchant navy field also, so that there will be a good, like you, candidates can be in this field. That's very nice. So, next one is in a 11th और 12th, जैसे आपने कुछ एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट डाला हो या कुछ ऐसा अलग से प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट की हो इन द व्यूइंग ऑफ मर्चेंट नेवी को ध्यान देते हुए आपने कुछ ऐसा किया हो या कुछ आपसे छूट गया हो जो ड्यूरिंग द इंटरव्यू या फिर मर्चेंट नेवी के एग्जामिनेशन या इस पूरे प्रोसेस में आपको पता लगा हो कि सी दिस वाज द सब्जेक्ट और दिस वाज द टॉपिक और या दिस वाज द एक्सरसाइज which I need to be do it before when I was in 11th, 12th. It could be give me a good rank or can give you a better company for the sponsorship also. So it will be good for the candidate so they can focus during their 11th and 12th.
So basically, in 11th and 12th, in 11th class, students just get uh, simple, like it is not a board class and we'll not study, we'll study in class 12. So that is a point where a lot of students just lack the confidence. Like you can see in 11th class, we start to learn physics other than science. Like you should focus on fluid mechanics, you should focus on aerodynamics, like all those fields that you can see practically applicable in field of merchant navy and ships and floating and all. Like you should be focused on them as well. And when it comes about chemistry, you should be focused on like extraction of metals, about metals, like how metals are formed, how alloys are formed, different things that are related to this field. Like in this, you have to study the things that are related. Till 10th, you were studying the things, those are which are like related to anything you can do. But now, if you are focused, I suggest you to focus on the things that are practically applicable in the field of merchant navy and ships. And in maths, like basically, you just have to clear basic concept of PCM, spoken English, like written English as well. And it will be better if you have synonyms and idioms on your tips. Like in written examination, they can be idioms, and you will just ask to complete them. You have raining cats and blank. Then you have to choose the next option. So yeah, like it was this one's a basic idiom, but yes, you just have to learn or read once all the idioms, and that would be helpful. Similarly, in class 12, you study because it's your board class and all. So you just have to score well in class 12. You the exact marking scheme that is required is given on their site. You can check it out, and rest it would be better if you get better than that because you have to get ranked in IMUC. So that's a basic matter of concern. So people,
That's very nice, Karthik. It may, I think, these things which you have just explained, it may help to the candidates who are going through right now in 11th and 12th, and they'll be have a more focus. In adding in that, I'll add once again, I'll focus on this English language because there is a reason for that. Because when you be on the ship, you will find that with you one Bangladeshi या Sri Lankan या फिर maybe from the Britain, the person with you. So there is only one language for the communication is English. So your English should be very good because if you have a so-so type where you can just understand, cannot give the proper sentence, then it might be get a big problem for you because you have to listen other kind of accent, like somebody's we are speaking in English and some Chinese will speaking in English. There is a big difference between accents. So in that, your English should be perfect, and the Chinese guy English should also be perfect. Then only you can match the things and understand what's going on, because there are many time on the ships you will have an emergency. In that emergency you don't have that much of time ki you will be write it and understand what he is telling. You just need to be get the word from his mouth, and at the same time you have to understand and start process for that. So that's why every company and every institute in merchant navy is basically focus on English. It is not hard and fast like somebody's from CBSE or ICSE board he'll be get selected. No, some state board person can also be eligible, and he's also enrolled in that. I think I am Karthik can be correct me, like in the entire process is anybody ask you कि आप कौन से मीडियम से हो, हिंदी मीडियम से या इंग्लिश मीडियम से, nobody asks, right? So in
No.
the same entire
Yes.
process, nowhere you will find a column or none of one will ask you कि आप हिंदी से हो अंग्रेजी से हो. बस the difference is this only. Entire process will be in English. So with your language and speaking and writing, they generally identify कि how much English you knows. So like Hindi person who's studying in Hindi, if he do a course of English speaking, writing and speaking course, then I think he'll not get a problem with this entire process, and he'll also be eligible as the English candidate is eligible. That's very nice.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because basically, by talking in English, there must be just correct tense usage. Like you must have proper knowledge of tenses and
Mm-hmm.
basic things like articles and prepositions. Because they all because if you're on a ship and there's an emergency, then that might cause some problem if you don't talk in correct tenses and other person can't understand you. What are you actually saying? So that must be proper in command. Keep that in mind.
Okay. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. So now the next is how Merchant Navy India IMUCT coaching is help you for your preparation.
Yes, sir. I remember when I was returning from somewhere and I got this mail regarding IMUCAT coaching, and then I decided that why not to pursue it because I was from COVID batch 2021 and I needed some revision that was just left because of the cancellation of board examinations and all. So I decided that it would be helpful for me, and fortunately it did. It turns out to be a boon for me. Like teachers are very helpful. They explain you the important topics required and needed that should be prepared for such. And also they give you brief knowledge about what to say in interview, how to conduct, how to like be in an interview, and proper dressing sense and your presentation skills. And also when it comes to GK and general knowledge, GK and GA, like general aptitude, they teach you every like important questions related to time, water, road, train, and also in GK they teach you about different countries, their geographical topography and all, and you can say the capitals, currency, yeah. And also seaways are much important. Like you must know the proper important straits like Park Strait and all, longest strait, and you can say the canals like water canal. Like basic knowledge you must have. Like if you are appearing in an interview, you must take the knowledge of the field you are going to pursue. If they ask you something and you don't know about the course, then how they can believe that you know something and you just heard it and appearing.
That's very nice. I'll add up some of the things like somebody is passed out from the 12th. It may be he's good in physics, chemistry, math, but still he required a revision, and still he need to be understand what kind of questions basically, what depth basically asking by IMU CET and sponsorship exam. Apart from this, like the subject of general aptitude, which I think that it is not covered in your 12th class. Same thing in GK, general knowledge. It is not covered in 12th class. Same thing, shipping knowledge, which is not covered in your 12th class. So there are major three topics where the two topics about GK and the shipping knowledge is basically asked in examination also, as well as in interviews also. So that's very true, Karthik. These things are basically very helpful. Apart from this, the training of interview preparation, that could be also very helpful, because if somebody didn't know how he decide about the merchant navy career, may he know from the inside, but before going in the interview somebody tells him कि या ये क्वेश्चन आने वाला है, जो कि 99% आता है, तो he can prepare better way before entering in the interview. In the same way, there are plenty of the questions which he'll getting repeating. Like somebody will ask you what will be the length of the coastline. Ab he knows 8,000 something, 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 but still, if he knows the exact number, if you know that this question may ask, right, may ask measure of the ports, right, what is port, types of ports, types of ships, right. So in that way, if he having a knowledge, then it could be better for him. I really appreciate Karthik. This he is telling very true. Like these entire things is very helpful for the entire training. That's very nice. So we'll go ahead for the next. सो कार्तिक, टेल मी, आपने कौन कौन सी कंपनी में अप्लाई किया, और कहाँ आप सक्सेसफुल हुए और कहाँ आप रिजेक्ट
So basically, I applied for the MSc, Great Eastern, and for Anglo, I registered late, so I got transferred to the February batch. But
हुए? ओके, वेरी
before getting
नाइस.
into that, I cleared this interview and got the sponsorship from MMSI. So when I gave the MSc examination, uh, I unfortunately didn't clear that. But you should also keep that in mind. Once a sponsorship opportunity gets over, that doesn't mean that you cannot join merchant navy. There are a lot of hundreds of different companies you can join, such as in MSc. There was basic PCM and English question related to, you can say, matrices and basic differentiation integration. And in English, you can there was simple preposition and yeah, basically there were prepositions in MSc. And for physics, you must prepare for the basic questions like tension and rope and friction and fluid mechanics. Like fluid mechanics must be focusing in it. And in chemistry, it was basic reaction, like basic chemistry that must be prepared for, like related to NaCl or glucose or something related to. So yeah, you must be prepared for the MSc examination for that. Furthermore, when I applied for Great Eastern, I didn't heard from them, so I can't say anything. Like maybe I got rejected on the basis of my resume or something. Then I got call from the lead sir for biodata, and he registered me for PIL and doc and tail. But I don't know. I got a message from him and saying that I got MMSI selection for the written examination, and then I just prepared for it, basic preparation, and cleared it. Later, the first thing you should keep in mind that you should be well dressed, even if it's the written examination. Like I saw a lot of people who were just sitting in their casual clothes. Someone's wearing red sleeves, someone's sitting like they are sitting in home or something. Okay, it is an online exam, but still you must maintain that decorum. Like the person who is conducting the exam is the captain. The dream you are thinking, the dreaming to be. So you must keep that in mind that you must maintain the decorum and respect of it. And when the group was made, one thing you must keep in mind, like it was already stated in that you must not talk unless if asked. Like it was a formal, and you must not go like good morning sir, greetings sir. Like that's not the thing. Okay, greetings are good, but still it's a formal group, and you should not write or text in that group unless or until asked. It is for general information. And later, when it comes to other companies for Anglo, I visited Anglo office in Delhi and asked them like what is about my interview and all. So they said they have already seats full and transferred me for the February batch. And if I haven't applied for the MMSI and didn't got any news about MMSI company, I would have applied for the Anglo in October start. Like Then there will be a so like written test, and then one hour psychometric test. Then I'll have to submit my medical and all. For medical, they will just ask you to get your medical done from a DG approved, DGS hospital for those who are in Delhi. It's Green Park, and a lot of you can find that on online, and they'll just inform you. You can have it done from there. And basically, medical is not very difficult to get passed. As I got my medical done in 1 day. So just 1 day you go and have medical, and next day you have the report. So you have the medical done. And when it comes to different companies, it comes to interview. In some interviews, they ask the basic question we all know is about your general information, your introduction. So be prepared for the introduction and all. And basic questions that everyone can say that they are going to ask is why you want to join, how you come to know about this. So you must be prepared for these questions. Right? And questions may be asked which are different from, or maybe if you are fortunate enough, you can be asked same question. So that's up to you. But you should still be prepared for any question, like the questions other than academic. Just be prepared for
That's very nice. I'll add up the point which is said by Karthik very well. Your exam is going to be online whether somebody is watching or not, but you should maintain your ethics always, because it's a very practice you I must recommend to the candidates. You will always thinks in this way, like I generally give this point to every candidate, like somebody's going through an interview, right? And in interview we know that only the upper part is visible, so in the lower part we don't need to be wear the pant and all, but I recommend you should wear shoes also, because when you will wear the entire dress, then you will be already very positive, and when you have a positive inside, your answers which you are going to be right or you are going to be give, that could be gives a good positive waves. With that you will have a answers will be in very right. And when you will be wear such kind of dress which is not formal and up to the mark for that program, whether it is online examination or interview, then could be chance ki your uh, mind will be disturbed or distract from one side to other side, so you will not be focused. This is like test and trial. So this is very nice. Even second thing, Karthik said that this is a merchant navy. It is more or less like you can think in this way. Whatever said by higher authority, you should follow that. If it is said by the message group, or maybe said by the order from the ships by the captain or some higher authority, you have to be follow as it is without changing. That's very nice and good point which is added by the Karthik. And second thing, Karthik said that he is given the exam of the MSc and he didn't qualify in that. After that, also he didn't lose his confidence. That's a very good thing, and I think that many of the students who didn't select this time, it will be a, good sign for them, and also to understand this will be good for all the candidate who's going to be apply for the February batch, or after that upcoming August 2022. Like you don't need to be leave hope until unless the field don't leave you, because if you are behind that 100% you will be get selected and success. So going ahead, now we will be on the last question with the Karthik. You got sponsorship with MMSI. So, can you put something about the written test or interview? It may help for the candidate who are going to be apply for the MMSI upcoming February or August batch. It may help for that. So, just let me know like what you have done for the written or interview. It may help for the candidate. Yes, Karthik.
for written interview. It is again the same. Like basic PCMB must be revised. I'm just focusing and forcing you to revise the basic PCM because that's 100% required. Because in later field, you know, you have to physics all these subjects. and they will test you on the basis of. So you should be prepared for that first. Second, written English, like basic grammar mistakes that people make. You should not make. And when it comes to interview, uh, basically they'll ask for the general information about, and more or less there will be more basic questions than you have prepared. Like if you have prepared in PCM about anything, like any topic, then they will ask the most basic question amongst that topic or something. Like they will ask you anything, you say like the thing you haven't imagined. So from that, no one will ask. This is so easy. That easy part just get caught by them, and they just ask, and you just fumble over the answer. That's the point. You should always like be prepared for the most basic and later when it comes to GK part, you must know the ports and ships and basic capitals and currency of a country, and basically there's the position of the country on a map, like south of Asia, north of Asia, here, there, like where it lies, and which country is the largest exporter, importer, and all. So you must make a brief notes. Like when I was preparing for the interview and all, I had like booklet, small booklet titled as notes. I used to write everything I think that is important. So just write it, and when it comes to your interview, just read it one. Like this is an important point. This is an important point. Be prepared for your strengths and weakness. If they ask you what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, everyone can count their strengths. Like I can do this, I can do that, but no one is ever able to state their weakness. Like when I was about to write in my booklet, I was thinking like what could be my weakness. So yeah, I self experienced that one cannot state their own weakness. Then I just called my different friends and discussed about for hours, like what can be done, what can be actually written. That just I don't know, like what are my weaknesses? Because you never focus on your weaknesses. You just always go and show off that these are my strengths. So focus on your weaknesses, write them. Like for me, my weakness I am very detailed with it. I just can't say no to people, and I can't just I don't know, stay quiet if everyone is just feeling very low. I just have to cheer them up. If they're not cheering up, I'll just feel so gloomy and all. So yeah, these are my weaknesses. So you must be prepared for your weaknesses as well.
That's very nice, Kartik. To get the weakness, better you can ask to the friends. They may give you a good things because nobody wants to see his dark
Yeah.
side. Weakness is like a dark side, so
Yes.
everybody wants to see the bright. देयर आर वेरी रेयर कि कोई बंदा ये कहे कि मेरे को रात देखनी है कैसी होती है। बट हर आदमी ये ज़रूर कहता है कि मेरे को सूरज देखना है। तो सूरज सब देखते हैं, रात कोई नहीं देखना चाहता।
Yes, sir.
बट स्टिल व्हेन यू लुक योर वीकनेस, इट मे गेट अ चांस कि आपकी वीकनेस कम होती जाए, जब आप वीकनेस पे थोड़ा फोकस स्टार्ट करोगे। दैट्स वेरी नाइस एंड इट्स अ good thing which you have just given about the MMSI. I'll put some of the important point in that also, like the GK which he said, even shipping knowledge, because the interview part for these two questions cannot be completed. And mainly every sponsorship companies is looking the candidates in that way ki whether he can be yourself like a captain on one day. It's not something like that कि हमने पैसा देखा और करियर में आ गए. No, it should be a passionate because you will be go around the world. Many times you may happen something in your family and you think that I have to be there, and to reach over there it could be delayed, right? But these all the things is quite small when you look your career in ahead. Like things cannot be compensated, but still every career is having some bright side, so always there is some dark side also. So when we choose the career, then we have to accept those things as always. So this was the all journey with the Kartik Malik. Thank you to the Kartik Malik for such a wonderful session. I hope this entire session may help and may guide to to the candidates who are looking ahead for the merchant navy as a career. That's a very good. And I hope, Karthik, in your entire career, you will be guide your juniors wherever, maybe on ship,
Yes, sir.
maybe on in institute, maybe in your schools, maybe near around your home. You will guide them. Please think about the merchant navy as a career. This is also a very good where you will get a money a lot. Apart from this, go around the world free of the cost, and you will be work hard. It is not like this type of the job, not 9 to 5 of the job. You have to be run through with your nature, and you will be on the ship where you will find there are only 15 to 20 people. You have to with them every 20 days. You will be touching with different countries, getting with good signs on the passport, even with the CDC, and getting good seals with the every country. This gives a very good positiveness. So once again, thank you, Karthik. Thank you for the session. Thank you. Entire session we were with Kartik Malik, and we hope अगर हमने कुछ ऐसा छोड़ दिया जो आप कार्तिक से पूछना चाहते हो, so you guys can put in remarks. I'll send that question to the Kartik, or Kartik itself will reply over there once you will put the question for the Kartik. Thank you for the watching. Please share with the candidates as much as possible so that there will be a motivation for the merchant navy is go around the world, not only in India. Thank you for the watching.